You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them no? No chance.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first. Awaken winds! Follow!
These men don't have the look of hired souls.
If you've come to rob...
You are mistaken, my lord. We're here by Madame Martha's
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the... Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men...
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them, that they were making ready to leave just as the skies turned. And we agreed it was best we...
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded!
Damn it all!
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the...
I will. You two be safe now.
How do? That all, is it? Mad dogs. The lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to... But what about... I didn't... Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many. Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly... Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do it.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't...
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade.
I see you're all in one.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down East Pool way.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing.
Always.
Jill and I will make for East Pool. You'll need to move the injured without her.
Don't you worry about that.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there.
headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No.
But it won't be long before...
Then we make for Martha.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came, hopefully we'll have enough.
How many of your men were...
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as... It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defended.
What do you say, Martha?
Well, when you put it like...
My lord. Oscar? It is an honor to make your... I am Oscar.
Murdoch.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father... Well, go on, then. It's not... Yes. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, I would learn the duties of a shield from...
But I am a shield no longer, and spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting...
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not to fight. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... It's all right. We know what you... There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so? You were a squire once?
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as...
I would not have it...
I feel good, boy. All right. Back to the stables, girl.
Battle's over. I'll have any man who ain't in need of treatment himself coming up you with a wounded.
Thank the finder.
I thought we'd lost it.
And some of your numbers served as shields, did they?
It's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thing. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. First, we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the
I
wall.
saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Then we're next.
Four left for more in the captain's order.
God else help us.
More arrived from the capital.
The Lord.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures.
With the blue eyes. Yes, they've taken so many.
A cat.
And what of your mistress? Is she?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on.
Then we'll look for her then.
We could leave.
The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things.
We've tried requesting reinforcements. What more would you...
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protect them I shall. Because they are my in case you have forgotten, the people of this town. But more than that, they're your sisters. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as...
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our luck.
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so...
It was a noble effort. I thought you might still need some.
I'd like you to consider my need. What we need to consider is where the creatures came. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did.
You're a pikeman.
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood and a pack of them glowing things.
Leave that to her.
But my family...
It's all right. Give me one. Did you see the
creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first.
Do you remember what...
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Before we could even draw his steel.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me. Save your strength.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
me, boy! I'm hurt, Tom. This one. Help me, boy. Help me, boy. I'm hurt, Tom. I'm hurt, Tom. To me, boy.
Should I pry?
Save your strength. It's over. Fly, Ambrosia.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me. of your strength.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we...
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes, my lady.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their post.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the... it's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever. Now me, I never needed convincing. I became and the people I love include...
Handsome and...
Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's...
Was wondering when hails from all our friends. How is it you always manage to arrive at...
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the...
let's see. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Now's not the time. Now's the time to visit the...
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua! Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound. You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's Mid, Gav, and your uncle we should be thinking about now.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
How are you doing? You watch yourself out there, all right? Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off. So, I'll take... All right, now we know what you're after.
Speaking of which...
You can, aye. In return, you can
I was just on my way to...
Trouble with your gear, or... What do you want? That it? Fine.
It seems the hideaway's lost
blasted
its
book.
appetite.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get
Are
me.
you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing. Thank you very much. What I want from you. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed math.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't...
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. So,
A fried mortress of sky recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I...
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries.
Wow. That's a question for kindly old fella who haunts...
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your...
You do that.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to which almost certainly mean...
Perhaps a visit from...
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, they were in the atrium when I last...
Ah, were you able to...
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in...
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah.
But that reminds you, recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's... About how she's... Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But the Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal... In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, and that number has only grown as the realms one can but speculate as to how...
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are...
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick up...
Ah, Valis, the young man, did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do...
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know...
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions... Now, Skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern. Their ground livers being...
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside...
So we know where to look for our liver.
Saint's bonnet, in contemporary parlance. A herb which grows along the north reach. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life.
Meaning that if I find one...
Best of luck, Clark, and do say...
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop!
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set of...
No.
Well, not anymore.
And just how long...
But we didn't break them.
Just like Miss Midden.
Miss Mididol. And why would...
Because that's the only way to become a ninja.
Miss Midden said. The best...
Well, then your work is already half.
The taking apart was easy enough.
Speak for yourself.
You three need to learn to take... So let's have a look at these paths with... All right. Every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. This is called the arm.
You're right.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid?
I'll think about it.
Hold things.
Good thinking. These round parts are...
I do. Molly uses them, but these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. But what if I wanted to wear goots?
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. Which means... this tiny piece...
I have. Miss Midden.
She puts them in all her inventions.
That's right. They're very useful.
I remember the arm moved.
Not my fault.
You know what part's supposed to... So, let's...
Not a bad idea. So...
I think we've got...
Then here's what we'll do.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body.
And the arms go on the... And then the arm...
Very good.
Yes.
Well...
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right.
Her hand.
Yeah. Hair's for the future. She's showing us her secrets now.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley.
You hear that?
Until then, though.
Hey, look.
You don't think Sid forgot?
coming, Sid?
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they work.
Oh, no.
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one who ended up teaching.
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the children are...
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She'd have them follow in her foot.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so...
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, but that should come as no surprise.
Which explains... she's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
What am I gonna...
Is everything all right? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I think Nan might be...
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cut. She'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but she'd never.
Don't worry.
Oh, you'll let me know what...
Of course. Lady Karen.
Not nearly.
You're doing good.
Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affair.
Just... all right.
Oh. Are you?
All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been
And what? You believe it? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. But that woman is no more.
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to...
No. I reckon you've got better things.
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things. While it sounds like she...
Oh, I knew Nan was... But why would people say she...
No, but people do things for all sorts of...
That trader, he said, so that's where I'm going. I'll find...
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, but that's what...
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires? Rutherford. Where would he be at Martha's?
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Kandor was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Ready, go? We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
This might take a while.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful. We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us! We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity!
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Are you buying or selling? Go safely.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But You may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal them if there is nothing.
No.
Your Grace.
It's a Canva, then.
We'll talk about this.
Cyril seemed very...
You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua. Ambrosia won't help me here.
The free city's under siege.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Orcs. Then let us be rid of them. Clive. Smoke. Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are strapping some. Perhaps. Like the gentlemen of the League of Merchants.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever... Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll... And the more war being waged. And who will they... Why, the good...
And you've seen this reap...
Aye, you'll find her right here, plying her trade...
Here in Delamere. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient type, you can probably... But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular... Feeling bold, traveler? Now, if that's all, I have...
Sorry to have kept...
You don't think Nan...
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question.
And I'll visit this store.
All right.
You too, Goods.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it?
It was a fairly unconvincing so.
That's up to you. Die a slow death. Boys, he's on.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen. Stay down. Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his... He only wanted that bull of a manservant. The dim one always... You weren't even
What were you going to do?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to... I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived. Then you'd... Well...
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Goods.
Get your filthy paws off me!
Stop and stop spreading them horrible lies!
For they are not lies. Every last...
Good.
He's gonna kill... He said she had to pay him...
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's... Goots, was it? Only with... Run along now.
No.
No.
I don't care what she did. Promise me you... Or I'll...
Goots!
Enough!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I would? Well, the whole thing got me thinking. Who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shitter ran afoul of him, though it was just... I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you the same. What was it we called you?
You. Everything. It was all. And now you'll fight.
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
You great girl. Out of the way, I cannot. So, you remember what you an eye for an eye? Wise words, Sam. Wise word. And now... Sorry to keep you.
Is he...
Dead? No. It's an easy going through life, one eye shot. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. He's caught, he crossed a line, dragging. He didn't hurt you, did?
No, Nan. Still got all me out, but...
Well, if he does, let's we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me the wet... Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted...
Remind me never to cross you.
Nothing like a dish of cold.
I didn't mean to. I just thought I had to protect you.
Aye. Well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for you. I reckon the both of us would be worse. You've always been... And I'd have you stay that way. So don't...
Well, I will. If you ever need...
Why, you big fine.
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't...
That's as maybe. But if he'll need to start looking out for himself then. He'll need people to watch his back. Just like you did in Dallas.
Of course.
Stop it. You make me one good eye missed. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. Let me tell you...
All right.
Them rumours Wet Legs were spread. Might be they weren't just tale. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me... And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies. Stabbed my every client in the back. Made myself the most... Well, then one day... Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries.
Was that the first time you met?
Aye. And I felt right into... He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profit, and all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity... Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the Twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway. And the rest, as they say, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. But I can say, that you've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Clive, if you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Nothing like a little unrest.
Let the dame hear you say that.
There were ghosts at the gate not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been
To the meadows, then.
That's what they kept.
Good girl. Boggarty said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Seems the hideaway has lost its... So,
I did, and he was as help.
And what precisely will I be cooking?
Blueback wyvern liver.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Now then, you stay. Let's out these grand old... And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a...
So...
What? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking.
Decent. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest...
I'll give it some thought.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you... Is that blade for hire, perchance?
Figurative.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my... Dread Evis are aggressive beasts, compelled as they are to act...
How do you want to say?
Eventually, yes. Though Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the word... Bring me that beast's skin and...
All right.
Of course you will. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west once you reach the checkpoint at... I eagerly await your...
Stand back, friend. You don't want to get this stuff on you, believe me.
Beneath the flood, yes. And not a stone's throw away.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word.
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most in my heyday. No obstacle could have kept me from my... The answers I seek lie. Would you to an old man?
Climb the stair.
And memorize a few inscriptions. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history. 3 of them, to be precise. One, I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on namely, the otherwise undocumented...
I can't promise I'll remember it.
Remember what you can. That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly thoughts like...
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
Not a scratch on them.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made the pottage from it.
Here's the scraps you're after.
Beneath the flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as fingers.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair.
Oh, what the like? Oh, come, don't tease me now. What? Let's...
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of Tabor. Sacred, I'm pretty sure that...
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the engraving...
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble paw.
I think no doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor. Its guardian roots could never account. This is proving most enlightening.
Children of the Hunters, now tillers of the land. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to 3 engravings, guardians of the mother crystal? What little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
For years, I have pondered the mysteries of Tabor's founding. Would that I had made the journey as a younger man, when stairs...
You have my thanks. Without your medicines and your wisdom, Tabor would be but a shadow of itself.
It is the least we can do.
Here's the scraps you're after.
Have you noticed the elk? Not a scratch on them.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly thoughts like him always are, aren't they?
Beneath the flood, yes.
The free cities under sea?
Ready, go? Yeah! Get surrounded.
Looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.